Good morning. How's everyone doing here in Louisiana? So it's good morning for me. Maybe it's good night for you. Either way, let's have some fun and talk about some things. I just kind of wanted to continue with the meditation idea because it really is such a key thing. It's the most important piece that we need. Like I say, if everything else is not available to you, you are available to you. So you don't have to ever look outside of yourself again. It's always within you, which is very refreshing because sometimes we don't have access to these other things, and we always have access to ourselves. So the thing about meditation is, quieting your mind doesn't mean completely having no thought at all. I mean, it can be that way, but it's more about focusing on something that doesn't keep your mind busy with so many things that are distracting you. So when you quiet your mind, you can focus on some kind of a sound or something that really helps you to kind of zone out, so to speak. Some people say air conditioning, running is good, or sometimes I have my clock, tick tock, tick tock, and it's got a rhythm to it, so you can kind of get focused on that. And as you're kind of clearing your mind in that way, the things that want to come in will be able to come in, and don't don't question anything. If you hear things coming to you and they're good things, then that's your connection, and you want to kind of listen to that and stay with that. And it's very powerful and beautiful. And think that's what you need to think about, is that I'm merging with myself in completeness. And so whatever my spirit knows about who I really am, the two become one in a spiritual sense. And it just really, it's like you're tapping in to this creative power that only can happen, in those moments. But the meditation is, like, say, the foundation and the grounding of everything else, so that when you're going through your day, those messages, ideas, instincts, impulses, rendezvous, that happen, look at that as part of what just happened. Don't discount it as, oh well, whatever, this was just something random. Look at it as, wow, this is working. I met up with this person, or something really good happened, or just simple things that we discount. Like the other day, whenever I was coming in to the store, and there was a great parking spot right up front. Don't discount that. Say thank you, wow, this is awesome, and see that as your connection, because as you're feeling good, more and more things that make you feel good are going to come about in simple ways. But those are the things that you need to look at and see, because you're learning that new vibration, and you're learning to look with new eyes and really appreciate these things that happen, and really connect them to, yeah, because I meditated, and because I understand feeling good is the answer. All these good things are now coming to me. And it's very fun. It's really fun to do that. And people, when you go into the stores and you have a better, you're in a better place, and you're saying, hey, I'm here to shine no matter what, no condition matters, then those vibrations are out there, and those kind of people come to you, and you have some really good connections that happen in the stores, just short, brief things, but they're good. They're not people getting frustrated and angry and upset. You know, they're good connections. You can feel it. And I was looking for some t-shirts for my grandson, and a couple days ago there was a whole bunch of them there, and then school's going to be starting, so I guess everybody wants those. So we're like, uh-oh, they're not there anymore. And sometimes we can default to that and say, oh yeah, what's the deal? Why didn't you have these t-shirts? Or why didn't I get them the other day? Or, you know, we can go down that road. But instead we just said, oh, well, you know, and there they were, turned upside down, close by in another, you know, little section. Perfect size. Everything that we needed was right there. So again, we can say, oh, well, isn't that coincidence, you know? But it's not. It's the universe speaking. It's the vibrations that are working for you. So you need to see those things in a very different way and just celebrate it. You know, every little thing, drink it in, and, you know, celebrate it. Make it something big, because it is big. It is big. Like I said, you're looking with new eyes, and more things are going to come that way. And so it's very exciting to, you know, look at the simple things and see how that's the communication that's happening now, since you've, you know, made a choice to meditate and appreciate and celebrate. So that's really, really fun to notice. And as those things come, more and more things, you know, start happening on a bigger scale, that you can definitely say, wow, you know, this is wonderful. Things always work out for me. You know, have that kind of mindset, and more of things will work out for you. So it's just a really simple process, but because we've been so conditioned to feeling bad, talking about things that make us feel bad, that we have no control over, you know, just keeping our minds busy with so many problems and things that are just really pointless because we have no way to control them, then, you know, what happened? You know, what happened to our feel-good moments? What happened to enjoying life? We really, you know, have the power to tap back into that. And I'm doing that now, and it's really refreshing. And none of my conditions per se have changed. You know, the same people are in my life, but because I'm under this vibration of appreciation more and more, those people, I see them in a different light, and I see positive things. I expect positive things, and more of those things are showing up within them. You know, the influence that comes from the vibration. Like I say, misery loves company, or we can flip it and, you know, make it in our favor, so that when we see people in a positive light, it's just, that's what they do. They show you the more positive side of themselves. And if they don't, and you don't take it personally, and you don't assume anything, you just let people be, then, you know, they will come to that place with you, or they'll disappear, you know, out of your life, because you're not on that same page anymore, and those vibrations cannot stay together. The law of attraction, it's a law, and it won't happen. It just will not happen. You don't need to try to figure it out or understand it, you know, any deeper than just the fact that like attracts like. And that's really, you know, as simple as it gets. So don't try to figure it out. Just know that it is. And like I said, test it. You can test it, and you'll see. It works every time. When you're not in a good feeling place, you'll see all kinds of other behaviors from other people in that same place. You'll run into more problems. You'll be in traffic. You'll not get that parking spot. You won't find those t-shirts. You know, whatever it is that you're doing, it will be harder to have those things come to you, because you're not expecting them. You're saying, life is no good. Nothing works out for me. So why even bother? if you have that kind of vibration going on, then you're going to see the evidence of that as well. And I do when I'm in that place. But I'm not in that place as often anymore. And we're never going to be just feeling good all the time, 100% high. That's not the point. The point is just knowing that your emotions are your guidance system, and that you can start gauging everything and kind of stepping outside of yourself and looking at the emotion as just by itself. Here's this emotion that I'm feeling, and it's not making me feel good, but it's what it is right now. So you figure out, if you're anxious, what's the opposite of anxious? Is being calm. So that your inner spirit is being calm and wants you to come there to be calm, because anxiety really doesn't serve a purpose. It just makes you more anxious and more frustrated, and then more things happen, and you're not going to get anything, solved in that state of mind. So your spirit is calling you to be calm. And so you take those steps to get to that place. And the more you feel relief from each step that you take closer to calm, you can feel it. You can feel that ease, that, take a breath and say, okay, it's not that bad. Everything is okay, and you can just stop yourself and realize the momentum, can go either way. And so we have a choice to make at that time. And the sooner, of course, that we notice it and stop it, the better, the better things will get faster. But if for whatever reason, you have a really bad day and you just can't get there, then you just let that be too. And you just really, like I said, still take yourself out of it whenever you can, and just look at the emotion and realize, this emotion that's not making me feel good is the gap between me and what my spirit understands is going to be the most helpful and is who I really am. So don't beat yourself up. Don't, have a pity party. Don't go worst case scenario, none of that. Just realize it for what it is and say, okay, this is showing me that I still have resistance to whatever the subject may be, whether it's a job or a relationship or money or whatever. It helps you to say, okay, this means resistance. When I'm not feeling good for whatever reason, I'm resisting what my spirit really sees me as. And so you just say, okay, I need to sift and sort and calibrate my emotions so that I can get to that better feeling place little by little. And then that resistance will go away more and more. I mean, you have to give yourself a break, because you're loved, you're adored, there's nothing wrong, everything is right. It doesn't matter what kind of day you're having, it's all right. It's all part of the process. And you just find where that resistance is, and you say, okay, this is helping me realize, that I need to, look at this a little differently and figure out ways that take me away from the conditioning to a place where I can know that anything and everything is possible, and really tap into that power. And it just takes, like anything else, it just takes consistent practice and realizing, what a beautiful person that you are, and not allowing yourself to, feel less than that. Feel less than that no matter what. You're powerful, and everything works out really good. Your cup overflows. All the things that you can do. Like, say, I write down things, not every single day sometimes, but I write down things and try to kind of look at my progress and give myself that positive momentum more and more. And that's where you start realizing that you're getting more feel-good days than you are not feel-good days. So you're absolutely headed in the right direction. And it's very exciting and peaceful, and you'll just see more and more of those things happening. And when you see that, you want more of that. You're like, I am eager for more of this. But you need to be satisfied with where you are, because all we have is the now. So the now is satisfaction and eager for more. So you cannot be conditional. If you're waiting for the condition to change before you're satisfied, then you'll stay stuck in that cycle for a long, long time. You have to feel good and complete and satisfied just because it's who you are. It's what is, I mean, why wouldn't you want to feel the best you can every day? You know, like I said, I watch conversations that we have, even myself sometimes, and we bring up things that are negative. They're nothing we can control. And there's just this problem out there now that we can't solve. And why? Why do we talk about those things? What does it matter? I mean, even when we vote, it's like, okay, well, I can vote, but I don't need to look at that person as the answer, because they're not. You know, they may be helpful and they might do some really great things, you know, for my point of view, but then someone else is going to come in and vote differently because they have a different point of view and they're trying to get, you know, what they want out there. So, you know, sometimes it may work in our favor and sometimes not, but again, that's a condition outside of yourself. So once you let all of those things go and you realize that none of those things matter, it doesn't matter who's in charge, it doesn't matter, you know, what law is passed. I have my own vibration that changes everything. And you may think that sounds really crazy and not believable, but that's just the conditioning telling you that, because we're so used to that. But you have to get out of that frame of mind. And like I said, just test it on simple things little by little, and you will see what I'm talking about. This isn't my opinion. This isn't some, you know, new thing that I'm talking about. This is a law of attraction, just like the law of gravity. So it cannot be defied. It cannot be defied. So whatever you put your attention on, that's what you're going to get more of in your life. More of those kind of people, more of those kind of situations. You know, it's just going to continue on and on and on, no matter what job you go to or what relationship you have, until you get that piece in place, you and you, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. So, you know, it's time to say, no, I'm done with that. You know, I want to be in control of my life. I don't want someone outside of me to be in control of my life. I don't give them that power. You know, I have the power. And it's just it's very good. I mean, Jesus was teaching us that all along, and many other religious teachers out there. You know, they are telling us things about the law of attraction, and it's time that we listen with new eyes and new ears, because there's so much there that we didn't understand before. At least I didn't understand before. And once you put the law of attraction into the equation as you're reading or listening to someone or whatever it is, you start seeing that over and over. You see, yeah, you know, like attracts like. And remember that we're not in a universe that excludes anything. So if you say, I don't want this, you're going to get that thing that you're focusing on, whether it's what you want or what you don't want. So you have to really pay attention to what you're focusing on. You know, I don't want this thing, and you just talk about it and say how terrible it is and wish I could get rid of it, and, you know, on and on and on. Well, that's the vibration you're putting out there. So even though you're saying, I don't want it, it's coming to you more and more, and you're like, what's the deal? That's why. Now you understand. It's the law of attraction. You understand why your life is the way it is, and it, it just changes everything. It really does. You can imagine, you can daydream, anything that, just like a child, like I said, you don't have any boundaries. You just say, you know, I would like to have a job like this. I want to have a best friend that has these qualities. I want, whatever it is you want, you got to put it out there and keep that as your focus. And like I say, faith says you can't doubt. You have to know that it's a done deal. When you say it, it's a done deal. And you don't worry about, when it's going to come or how it's going to come or why, you just feel good. The more you feel good, the more those things are just naturally going to come to you in ways that you don't even understand. It's just that way, and it's exciting and fun that way. It's like when the analogy of floating, in a boat. You can either go against the current, and paddle, paddle, paddle really fast and really work hard and say, oh, look how hard I'm working. And you're getting nowhere. You're just getting nowhere. Or you can let the oars go. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Lay back in the boat and feel the sun on your skin and how warm it is. And just let yourself almost be rocked to sleep with with the of the water just taking you downstream. You're not fighting against it anymore. You're just going with the flow. Like I say, you let it go and you let it flow, and it becomes easy. We're so used to everything has to be hard. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. You let go. You give up going against the current and against the status quo of what you've always done. You try something new. You believe in the law of attraction and you let it work for you and not against you. And that's what that is when you go downstream and you're just letting it all go. You're letting that law naturally do what it does. And your job is to feel good. Have fun, feel good. Like I said, play those songs, look at those jokes, be with those people, do those fun things. Appreciate, appreciate, appreciate. Everything. Just drink in life. If you see it as a big, beautiful, wonderful, thriving, abundant world, then everything changes. The news tries to put it out there as negative and doom and gloom and, just woe is me, all of those things. And so that's why we get more and more of those same things. But that's not true. It's only true because they've put it out there and we've attached to it. But we haven't been out in the world and seen things for ourselves. We just see pictures of what they put out there. And that's just a tiny little nothing of what is. So if you start seeing these big, beautiful, mountains and these waters, the beaches and the animals out there and just the beauty of it all and how, I want to go explore it. I want to be out there. I want to feel it. I want to do things that I've never done before. And, it all becomes very possible. Very, very possible. Doors start opening for you because you see the world as, wow, let's go explore. Let's have some fun here. And that's, it's very different. It's very different. And that's what I say, I'm in a thriving economy and I am thriving and everything is wonderful because there are many people that are thriving. And the more you turn on the news and hear something different, the more that vibration is going to take you. So it's your choice, but I don't even listen to the news. I don't do any of it anymore. I don't give it any power. I don't give it any energy because, again, even if it were true, I have no control over it, you know. I mean, yeah, like I said, we can vote, but then somebody else is going to vote, and it's going to be different. And the person I voted for may not, you know, follow through with what I wanted. And, you know, so it's this constant thing of, well, no, somebody outside of myself has to do this or that or whatever. And it's like, no, no, I am in control of my own life. And you know, I can make it how I want it to be. And so that really is the message we need to, you know, take in and gravitate towards, because it's true. I mean, like I said, the law of attraction is just like the law of gravity. So if you're seeking, you're searching, you're, you know, wanting something more than you've ever wanted before to figure out things, then the law of attraction will bring it to you. It just will. I mean, you'll have people, you know, books, videos, ideas, all kinds of things will happen to help you along that path, and you will, you know, figure things out. And like I say, the main thing you want to do is feel good and have fun and choose happy. Those three things are just so powerful. And when you start doing it, you're going to realize how much you haven't been feeling good and how much you've, you know, chosen something that is out of your control. I mean, you're just going to really understand that what I'm telling you is so powerful. And when you just spend just one day of really, really drinking everything in, and just everything becomes like the first time you've ever eaten a hamburger, or the first time you've ever seen the sun, or, you know, the first time you've had this connection with people. All of these things become exciting and new and wonderful, and you see it through a different lens. You know, like I say, we're one light and one energy, and so we're all in this together. We're all in this together, and the more we realize that and the power that we have through vibration, the more exciting and fun our lives will become. So meditate, appreciate, and those two things right there, just put those two things on your list, and that's it. Just feel good, have fun, dance, smile, play, laugh, you know, all of that. And you will see how much better you feel, how much easier it becomes. You want that to become the dominant point of attraction, because that is really who you are. You know, you are this beautiful, powerful, fun, free spirit. And so, yeah, tap into it and share with me. Let me know your experiences and what's happening in your world, and how everything is coming together. You know, believe it, embrace it, love yourself, feel amazing every day as much as you possibly can, and tell your new story. So get out there and play, have fun, and stay in touch with me and let me know how it's going. And I'll be back. I'll be back. My grandson's starting school. My daughter's in her last semester of college, so a lot of things are going to be different for us really soon, and I'm excited. It's like a new adventure. So no worries, you know, it's all going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. We're expanding and we're growing, and that's exactly what we all should be doing. We're doing it anyway, but we're going to do it in a very fun, you know, wonderful way. We're not going to go against the current anymore. We're going to flow downstream close our eyes, and just relax. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Enjoy your day.